This is Captain Explosion. Captain Explosion is a game I made which is actually impossible. Basically, it's a side-scrolling platform shooter where you need to find a red key. The red key, however, is not even in the game, therefore the game is impossible. Outside of it being impossible, it is the hardest game I've ever made, so let's play it. Before we get into the video, I wanted to talk about development. One of the hardest things about becoming a developer, especially something like back-end development, is that learning how to code can be boring. However, thanks to the sponsor of this video, Boot.dev, there's a new way to learn how to code. If you've ever been interested in learning back-end development, Boot.dev is an online tool that gives you an exciting new way to learn the Python and Go programming languages in a way that will keep you interested. The best way to learn code is to figure out a way to learn it without getting bored, and that's what Boot.dev does so well. You can't learn to code without actually writing lots of code and building real projects, and the unique design of Boot.dev provides you with a great way of going about this. By learning, you will earn XP, levels, achievements, and complete quests to get a top spot on the global leaderboards. And there's also bi-monthly boss fights where the community rallies together to earn bonus XP. I highly recommend you check out the demo on boot.dev to get an understanding of how effective it is to use boot.dev. Head on over to boot.dev and use my code BadGameDev to get 25% off your entire first year if you choose the annual plan. Now, let's check out Captain Explosion. Alright guys, and we are here in Captain Explosion. First of all, what I want to say is this game is actually pretty polished. Even though it's an impossible game and the game was literally just created as a troll game. In the original video, I got a bunch of streamers to try play the game and try beat the game, and obviously the game's impossible, they can't beat it. The game's pretty difficult as well, so it takes a while to get to the door that needs a red key. And basically the whole idea was try to create as polished a game as possible so that people would be tricked into thinking it's a possible game. Alright, so let's jump into it. Alright, so here we go, we've spawned into the world here. Now, obviously the gameplay is pretty straightforward if you haven't played it before. It's pretty simple platform mechanics, you can hold shift to run, and obviously these little hints occur whenever there's something you need to know. For example, this knife here, I can right click and pick it up, but I need to watch out for this enemy. So let's just go ahead and do it. Pick up the knife, take out the enemy. All right, so we're just gonna try to work our way through the game. We've got this purple enemy here, there we go. And then there's another one, and there's, okay. I actually forgot how difficult this game really is. And obviously, like I said, it was made that way to basically trick streamers and people that play it into thinking it's a real game. All right, you gotta run over here and, okay, I'm down to 1 HP, so let's throw the knife and let's try to take out this blue enemy. Nice. Alright, okay, this is where it starts to get difficult. Enemies basically start appearing outside of the game screen, like this one up here, so you sort of need to try and guess where they are when you're shooting. Then of course you get the main weapon of the game, the rocket launcher, which allows you to do rocket jumping. Now, one of the big things I wanted to do with this game is essentially create a lot of these puzzles here where you sort of get to a stage and then you have to work your way back through the level. And I do it a few times. Oh, there we go, we've got that one here. So if you head up here, let's try to explosion jump up our way. We can pull the lever and open the door, nice. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and do the next one already because it's not for a while. It's basically near the end of the level. You need a blue key, and that blue key is over here at the start of the game. So what we can do is we can just take out this red enemy. So, okay, nice. And then we can shoot ourselves up here and get the blue key. By the way, if you're wondering why the guns don't necessarily follow the enemies, so if, like there, I just shot the platform from underneath the enemy and the enemy just fell without the gun. I didn't actually know how to program that. Anyway, you've got the explosion jumping, wall jumping here. I actually can't get attacked by any of these enemies because I'm down to 1 HP. So let's see if we can just sort of aim and get the enemy without getting attacked. I think we might be able to. Cool. Oh, no, I can't. And there we go, we're back to the start of the level. Okay, so as you can see, the game is pretty difficult. Let's get that gun here, try to get this enemy. Cool. Now, if you're wondering if you could just explosion jump your way through the map, for example, you can't actually go underneath the game, basically, because you can fall out the world like that. So basically, each of these blocks here, you can destroy with the explosions. However, there are blocks in the game that you can't destroy, and that's sort of what separates different sections. So as you can see here, there's these blocks here which you can't destroy. And you also can't explosion jump your way over the top because these just keep sort of going. So unless there's a glitch, seriously? Unless there's a glitch, the only way through is to get the lever. But anyway, we need to actually complete this level now. Alright, this time we're going to try to take this enemy out before we even try wall jumping. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. Now for this part here, this is where it starts to get really tricky because there's a whole bunch of enemies that you need to get through. Alright, so what we can do is we can quickly drop our rocket launcher and we'll get this gun here, and we need to just start shooting. There's a bunch of enemies and they're all off screen, and you're best just doing this, as you can see. Anyway, now we have the worst part of the game, which is the homing rockets part. Basically, there's enemies that shoot rocket launchers and they're homing rocket launchers, which means they'll basically follow the player. So you have to use your explosion jumping quite strategically here. As you can see, yeah, not great. You've got to use these unexplodable blocks here so the rockets don't get you directly. Okay. Oh, wow, there's another one. Oh, nice, okay. Oh, no, okay. Now, I actually did get the blue key, so I can just go through the... Wait, did I get the blue key? Or did I not? Oh, you need... you actually need to click on the door, okay. Obviously, don't go down here. This is just a bit of a trick. And there we go, we've completed the level. So that's pretty cool. Now it's time for the next level. And we're faced with an enemy here that has a homing rocket launcher, so that's not great. So we need to try quickly run past and get this weapon here, get this gun. Take this enemy out, take this one out, sweet. Okay, cool. Cool, awesome. And there we go. We've completed the game. So yeah, this is pretty much where the game finishes. There's no red key in the game, but either way, it's a fun level. And yeah, that's Captain Explosion. Honestly, it is a pretty difficult game. If you want to download the game, you can do so over at badgamedev.fun. Through there, just go to the games section and that'll take you to my itch.io page. So yeah, that's Captain Explosion. If you want to check out more of my content, be sure to visit my website over at badgamedev.fun, where you can check out my videos, games, and even my Patreon. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. You can also leave a comment and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Peace.